The corporate media is dying and the new media revolution is here. It is time to fight for the truth. Tousi TV is leading this fight. The channel that challenges the mainstream media and the political establishment, from the left-wing nutters to the globalist elite. Join our revolution and help us win for freedom and common sense. Become a Tousi TV Plus member today and get access to uncensored shows, documentaries, and our chat forum. We are the media. Hello everybody, welcome to Tousi TV, the fastest growing global geopolitical news on the internet. My Tousi, and of course this is the latest update on the saga of the Metropolitan Police and their dealings with this channel, and of course a couple of other friends of ours as well. We're going to give you guys some information, obviously, in terms of the actual investigation and the legal battle. We can't go through the details of that, but there's some update that we can give you, and also some clarification, because there's still so much speculation and fake news on social media, and also certain comments have been made on other YouTube channels, which we shall address. So first things first, if you're not familiar with what's been going on, obviously myself on a personal level and this channel have been under attack for some time now, over the last couple of years. I've had death threats. I was almost kidnapped outside my previous house. That was obviously certain people linked to one of the foreign embassies, as you guys know which country. And then since then, obviously, the police have not been able to help me out. They don't have the resources. Recently, at one of the Palestinian protests, as you guys know, and the Viking, my security guard, is my witness, that they came to me to have a conversation because of some joke about Hezbollah on social media. They threatened to arrest me, and that was literally seconds before the live stream started, and the phone was ready to go live. A lot of people have been making comments saying my Tousi was so naive. He didn't film the police. I didn't have time. It was a very quick conversation, few seconds. Then we walked away. Then we started the live stream. That's why I wasn't able to. Also, it wasn't really a big deal to film it. It wasn't one of those situations, but I couldn't. And then there were a lot of false rumors that I attended a voluntary interview with the police on Monday. No, I didn't actually go to the police station. I never said I went to the police station because there was nothing against me. When obviously we inquired in terms of what are you going to do about me, if you're going to arrest me, they didn't have anything. They said we don't have the paperwork. There was no report or anything like that. But then we discovered there is a report which has been leaked, and one page of it is already still online somewhere, and we're trying to obviously sort that out as well. But there is more information that certain people who have had access to the Metropolitan Police's system, let's just say, I'm going to explain why we have to say it like that, have access to private information, myself, Niak Orbani, and Mark Burback, another friend of ours as well. And so to clarify certain things that people have been speculating, no, I did not go to a voluntary interview on Monday, because why would I do that? And two, that was a situation in terms of me not being able to film a 10-second conversation with the police just before I was going live, because I was going live. I was like, I can't talk right now, go away. And then they wanted to have a conversation with me on Monday. Then obviously you know the rest of it, because the rest of it was during the live stream, when they also threatened me because I wasn't allowed to go to one side because I didn't have a press pass as a reporter, because I'm not part of a trade union. I ignored that anyway, so I still went anyway. And now we have a situation where we are talking to lawyers. We have a legal team sorting this out. We are challenging the Metropolitan Police. The problem we have, the Metropolitan Police have their internal investigation, and we're under with professional standards, right? I can confirm this, ladies and gentlemen. The Met Police continue to refuse to tell us the name of the person who leaked this. They refuse to tell us the position of the person, the rank, if they were an actual police officer, or whatever were they cleaner working in the building, in the police station, whatever they were. They refuse to tell us because they're going to drag this investigation so that they could buy some time, obviously. Now, in terms of the legal thing, obviously we can't go through that because we have to prepare this. My life, obviously, could be at risk. That's one thing, but I got lucky in terms of what sort of information was leaked. But certain other people are also at risk now because of this. Not just me. This isn't really just about me. And the fact that they continue to refuse to do this, that's one issue. Now, I've been in touch with a number of people in the political establishment, and it's now been about 26 hours, it's almost 30 hours, over a day now, since this story came out. Ladies and gentlemen, absolutely nothing publicly from the mainstream media in the United Kingdom and the political establishment, right? The political class, not the political leaders, have said anything publicly. Now, I wonder, and we will keep pushing it, and I would like you guys to also help out with this on social media, to keep pushing, keep posting. It's now been 2 days, it's now been 3 days, it's now been 4 days. Keep pushing it to see how long it will take for one of these mainstream media channels, whether it's the BBC or GB News or Channel 4, whatever they are. Let's see how long it will take, and let's see how they will report it when they eventually choose to do it. For some much smaller cases, for the mainstream media journalists, when something happens to one of their own journalists, they make a big deal, they go around and everything else. They don't care about new media. That's the whole point. They are threatened by new media. Small, tiny cases of someone posting something on social media, they make a big deal, they create a national media coverage about it, but obviously not new media. It doesn't really matter. I had a meeting today, as you guys know, some of you, at the Google headquarters with YouTube. A lot of people were posting, Maya, make sure you don't sell your soul. Oh my God, you've surrendered to YouTube. When you get a large YouTube channel, and for the past few years, we had a large channel, you get allocated an account manager on YouTube. So we actually have a good account manager who helps me out with certain stuff. It's just procedure. We have a contract, obviously, by being on this platform. And this was just the end of the year meeting, and to address certain things, for me to complain or to give feedback, but also they gave me lunch. So I was just because they gave me lunch didn't mean I sold my soul to the establishment or anything like that. The interesting thing about this is that we're working with YouTube on this in terms of also pushing for new media outlets, not just me, but others. I'm doing it on behalf of all the other new media outlets to be protected, to get credibility that they deserve from everybody else in the establishment. We're also now working, obviously, and our legal team was on top of this, with Elon Musk's team, because we have to do a couple of things. And I'm glad we have the support, because this and other things can and will still be leaked, and much more. Apparently there's more stuff that certain people have access to from the police, which we can't get into. And luckily, these tech platforms are now going to be, whatever they do with the algorithm, to make sure anything that's posted that's like that, it will be brought down by the AI. So that's very good. And YouTube are also helping me because we have obviously people and groups who have something against us, channels like mine and others, and me personally, who want to do us harm. YouTube are now tracking them. Whether they are harmful trolls and dangerous people, and they're going to be on top of that. They're going to be working with the police. They are tracking down certain individuals with these fake accounts on YouTube who create threatening videos in the name of exposing certain people. So we are going after them as well. A lot of people, we've been informed, these people could be part of the actual deep state, or whatever you want to call it, the layman terms. We know there's pressure coming from everywhere. There's one thing to address, because obviously now that we're going to be cooperating with both obviously Elon Musk, and obviously YouTube and Google on this, not Meta. We don't really care about Meta right now. There's been a lot of speculations again about, as I said, people have been saying I went to the interview on Monday, which I didn't. I never said I did. And two, in terms of the filming thing. The third point to be mentioned is about the support that we are or we're not getting. There's a lot of people have been going around saying, this is basically just my Tousi trying to do a fundraiser or crowdfunding. I've been repeatedly saying we don't do that on this channel. I'm not going to ask for any fundraising. It's not really a good look anyway, but also people just take advantage of this. We don't do that on this channel. Now, there's also all these other people who have been trying to link this issue with nonsense, absolute nonsense, which has nothing to do with it. So speculations on certain YouTube channels about why is it. Firstly, I am not Julian Assange. I am not a danger to the state. So this is not the system coming for me. I think there is no evidence that the system is coming after me. So certain people have been asking this, saying, but Maya is not Julian Assange. Maya is not even Tommy Robinson. And yes, I agree. Why should the system? It's not the system. These people have not understood how things have changed over the last few decades. The whole system, institutions have been infiltrated by a bunch of idiots and traitors. So all you need is one or two, and I'm just saying one or two for the sake of it, but it could be hundreds. One or two people who are working for the Metropolitan Police, one or two people who could be working for the NHS, one or two people who could be working for Dan Street, for any other organization, the BBC, to have something against me personally because, for example, they see me as an anti-Palestinian, right? Oh, I'm pro-Jewish, how dare he? And they can harm you. That's all it is. When they leak something like this, it doesn't have to be coming from the top. It doesn't have to be Sadiq Khan or Mark Rowley giving an order to someone to leak this as some sort of conspiracy. I'm not Julian Assange. I'm not even Tommy Robinson. All you need is just one person, two people, to have something against me. And they could do it anonymously, but then eventually get caught, as they have in this situation. So it's not necessarily those who question, but Maya Tousi hasn't done nothing extreme. Of course, I'm just doing my job. It's not the system coming after me, as in it could be. I'm just saying it doesn't have to be the system coming after me. All you need is a couple of individuals. And we've seen so many times. In fact, tomorrow, the first live stream on Tousi TV will be about this exact issue. We are going to be exposing yet another Metropolitan Police officer. We have the video evidence, who essentially came out publicly in defense of the Islamists protesting. We will show you. That's at least one officer. And we will be pushing for this so that that person gets disciplined for exposing her political bias. All you need is one person with access to the computer, the police, or for example, the NHS to release my public health records or whatever, right? Private information when it comes to my health records. That's all you need. The system has been infiltrated for years and years by people who are not just traitors, but by people who are unhinged. They are willing to even take a risk, take a gamble, to put their own job in jeopardy by doing something because they see themselves as some sort of martyr. Oh yes, I did something. I brought down Maya Tousi, for example. Now this channel is the largest geopolitical news channel based in the United Kingdom. Global is the fastest growing channel right now. There is a basic threat, not necessarily to any sort of deep state, but there is a threat to the mainstream media. One of the reasons they are not reporting on it is that, as I told you, there have been a couple of recently mainstream media journalists who got into trouble with the police, which, by the way, there's the same trouble that I got into about, when was it? I told you guys, a year ago, 2 years ago, when the police called me saying, I did a post on X about saying, Islamophobia. Phobia is irrational, but the fear of Islam is rational for me, blah, blah, blah. They called me, the same thing they've done recently with a couple of mainstream media journalists, to check and to basically threaten me with arrest, saying, is this hate crime? What did you mean by that? I talked about this on this channel. You guys made a big deal. No coverage on the mainstream media. It happens to one or two mainstream media journalists, they just write things. Oh, absolute mayhem, national coverage, helicopters everywhere, live breaking news, panels, the United Nations get involved. They don't care about this. This isn't just about Tousi TV. There are two other lives, two other individuals who are also in trouble now because of this. Obviously, Niak and Mark. Their families are at risk. Their lives are at risk. It's also about the principle. Forget about me. Forget about Niak. Forget about Mark. It's the principle of the fact that at best, the Metropolitan Police could be neglectful, right? Just pure incompetence. How do you allow that to happen? Now that it's happened, why are you not addressing it properly? Why are you dragging on this internal investigation and with the professional standards to not actually release the name of the person who did this? We will be pushing for this. Now, as I said, we can't really do anything to prejudice the actual case. The legal team will sort this out. We are luckily, obviously, we're getting the support from the tech companies, whether it's X, whether it's YouTube and Google in this situation. Thanks for their help. Very good. We still have our political issues, but it doesn't matter. We will be pushing for the parliamentary group. Nothing from the mainstream political establishment. Nothing from the mainstream media. Now, if you guys want to, feel free to continue to push. Every day, we would say, it's day 2. We haven't heard anything from the political party leaders and the media. Day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. We'll continue. We will add them. Tag them all. Continue to do this. And then when they start talking about it, oh, I know how to respond. If hypothetically one day one of the mainstream media channels, the legacy media channels, whether it's again the corporate media channels, whether it's GB News or ITV or Sky News, whatever it's going to be, if they eventually want to talk about this and if they get in touch with me for a comment, oh, I know what to tell them now. Where were they? What about the other 2? I have a big platform on this, right? What about Niak? What about Mark? It's not really just about me. They're going after me and they're going after this channel because they want to get to you guys. That's the point. They couldn't arrest me, so clearly they want to put my life at risk so I could get killed. That's how it comes across to a lot of people. I haven't even updated this. There is let's get some reaction quickly because there's so much I would like to say, but I can't say. Again, that's not because I've been silenced or anything like that. It's just basic legal procedure, by the way. Don't create any conspiracy theory on that, because we have to get things right. We will get things right. Don't worry. I'm not going to give up on this. Tony, thank you, Tony. Having Elon on your side will bring the truth out even further, and so it should be from a great man he is. Obviously, for the record, his team. So we will continue to work to make sure the truth comes out. Marsh says, if you're getting death threats, you are doing something right as a fellow death receiver for converting Muslims out of the cancer cult. Tousi for the win. Oh, wow. That is a very brave cause that you have, Mosh. As I said before, if the police arrest you for basically F all, we should do a protest like we did for Tommy. Well, there's no need, firstly, because I'm not, in terms of political activism, I'm not really on the level of Tommy Robinson anyway. And I don't really want a following like that for political reasons. We can still push. If you want to support the channel and myself, we can still do it. You have access to your MPs. You can, I know this most of the time it's pointless, but you can still write emails to MPs. If everybody keeps doing it to all the constituency MPs, and if they start getting multiple emails from the different constituents, they will start to get the message. Even if they don't do anything about it, they will start to worry. We are the media. They can't do anything about that. Surely legally they have to give you the name. So the excuse is now obviously that they are going through the investigation themselves. It will prejudice the whole thing. So we can't even speculate who it is, and I won't speculate, because how do I even speculate who it is, because I don't even know anything about how or who or what exactly happened to leak this, but we are getting the lawyers the legal power to force them. That's the point. This is going to take ages, but this whole thing, I've been told, is going to take months and months and months. So unless they cooperate, if they don't cooperate, it's going to take months. We're going to keep going, no matter how much it costs. This news about yourself and Elon's team is awesome. Thank you. And again, don't forget, I know, again, we have political differences with Google, but thanks to my team on YouTube as well. Obviously, the account management and everybody else, they've also been very good by supporting this channel. Lee says, looking smart, Maya. Been to a secret wedding reception? No. Went to lunch at Google headquarters. Not even that glamorous, by the way. Music and Fiction says they're spending more time analyzing Peter's rumored drinking habits than actually addressing independent media attacks by the police. Barbecue the BBC. What a hashtag. Thank you for your super sticker. Blackpool Boots. It says Tousi leaks. That sounds weird. Danny Doodle says, I'm definitely signing up to Potato Tousi TV. Yeah, I think some people still referring to the joke I made earlier that I can talk about potatoes if I want to. It's my channel. This is not a democracy. This is a dictatorship, guys. Elon is the man. I know he would help you. I must be psychic. Must be psychic. It's in the interest, obviously, the X team as well to sort out the issues with the actual harm. Because Elon promised that, obviously, when he first took control of X, Twitter at the time, that he will make sure to crack down on harm. And this is obviously harmful, and they are very good at it. Just trying to see if I'm getting any messages from lawyers saying, don't say this, don't say that. Trying to shut me up. I don't care. As someone that was born in Lebanon, you have my full permission to do all the jokes you want about Ebola and the Hezbollah. Not that anyone needs permission, but for the sake of semantics, stay strong, never bow down. Yes, for the record, if anybody is watching from from Hezbollah, you can kiss my. Don't want to get demonetized again. You know what to kiss. Yeah. Ideally, I would prefer if you don't kiss it, but if you really have to. Nina says, hi, my lovely. I don't know where I was going with that sentence. Hi, my lovely. I'm fuming and my blood boiling. I just heard that Sadiq Khan has been given a knighthood. Sweetheart, we're all with you. Yeah. So we just heard that Sadiq Khan will be getting a knighthood. He was going to become Sir Sadiq Khan in the New Year's honors list. So, well, what a lovely day, isn't it? Essentially, if you're a failed politician, failed political figure or leader, you just get promoted. That's all you get. You get rewarded for failure. If you need protection, Maya, I will come with a lot of people. Say the word, buddy. That's all we need. Far right thugs, as they call them, right? Yeah, I mean, if I walk around with an entourage and something like an Avengers, I think that would be fun. Scott Wilson, thank you so much. Plus YouTube and Google. Oh yes, X and YouTube and Google. Yeah, thank you. Super sticker from Kenny. Let's get some non-super chats so I don't really get attacked. Shane Connor says, could the wet Met, love that, the wet Met be possibly doing this because you are one of the many friends associated with Tommy Robinson? Obviously, they can't get to him, so could they be doing this to find some other way to do so? I don't think so, no. Because, again, despite the speculations by some other channels that, why would the system or why would the deep state go after Maya Tousi? It's not, I don't see it like that because, as I said, I'm not even Julian Assange. It's the system has been infiltrated. All you need is just one or two weirdos. And again, I know I'm repeating myself, but when I say one or two, I mean hundreds inside these organizations, and they could do things. They could leak things. They could come for you. It doesn't have to be an order from the top. I'm not that important. Yeah, I don't think it's that, because there's nothing they can get from about Tommy by coming for me. So it's not really. Again, I'm just saying it with giving the benefit of the doubt. That's all I'm doing. I have to do this. I have to see it from a different perspective. You can see that way, and then it could be true. I can't possibly comment. It says so he will assign a SS Khan. That refers to Sadiq Khan getting a knighthood. That he will literally be SS Khan, Sir Sadiq Khan. That is so bad. SS Khan. SS. Yeah, don't be SS. SS is bad. Oh yeah, that's another super chat. Let's get to some non-super chats. Thank you, by the way. Joanne said, you are massively important to us lot, mate. Yeah, that lot. You are that lot, aren't you guys? I know. Katie says, you say important stuff for us all. I'm just doing my job. Somebody has to, I guess. I'm done with this channel. I'm right wing, but this is full of cretins. For the record, I think you might be hearing voices or seeing things because there's only one person here. I'm just me. It's not full of. It's not like there's a group here. The channel for now is just me, my face. It's not full of anything because I'm just the one presenting. Although if you're referring to the viewers, well, that's a very fascinating point, because if you're referring to the viewers of the channel, they don't work for me. The viewers don't work for. So people who watch the BBC, they could be watching BBC World Service from Nigeria. They could also be I don't know, a pedo from Newcastle. I don't know why from Newcastle, I just had to say it. From Newcastle be watching it. They could be a socialist watching it. They could be conservative. There will be different types of people being viewers of a channel. HBO, BBC, ABC. They don't work for the channel. Viewers of channels don't work. They're not part of the channel. So I just had to clarify because I think I thought this would be straightforward. What's this? Maya and his multi-personalities. I got many voices, guys. Many. Shut up. What? Yeah, I've got full of cretins right behind me. Can you see the people? Yeah. Do you hear the people sing? I don't know why I'm singing this. I'm not even drunk. John says the one thing I take comfort in through all this is that the armed forces do not swear allegiance to the government. They swear allegiance to the crown. Well, that's one of the good things, actually, at least about the armed forces. Although I'm not really sure how many of them actually believe that anymore. Some of the DEI hires a part of the armed forces have not really helped. But the legally and constitutionally, it does help that the armed forces don't report to the government. I mean, practically they do, but constitutionally they don't. They work for the crown. So if something happens, they are supposed to be protecting us. Brett says day off down here in Australia. Stay tuned, mate. And thanks for everything. Thank you for the support. And Mike says, Starmer got a knighthood for protecting Savile. Now Sadiq Khan gets one for promoting knife crime. Who's next? Rachel Reeves for crashing the economy. Russell says, next thing is Elon on Tousi TV. Meltdown. Well, that's the dream. Well, I'm still in process because I'll be going to the US. I was supposed to be in the US in November. We'll be going to the US eventually, soonish, and we'll get that sorted because I need to speak to Elon and a number of others to come on the channel. There's a big plan that we have, which we will be expanding when it comes to the US, when it comes to globally Europe as well. Slidex says, Khan, I'm gutted he's getting knighted. It's fine, it's just meaningless. And it's sad to say, because I'm a supporter of the crown. I'm a monarchist, not a royalist. There's a difference. I believe in the constitution, but at this point, knighthood and getting the title sir is meaningless. It doesn't really matter. Which is sad because that means it's meaningless, but it's also fine. It doesn't really matter. Let them have it. Because look at all the others who got knighted over the last 20 years. I mean, from Jimmy Savile to, what was the other one? The COVID guy. My brain doesn't work. The COVID guy, the chief medical officer. Chris Whitty. Whitty? Yeah. Oh, God. There we go. Dementia's coming. Right. And Dale says, I feel so much safer since I moved to Israel from London. I had another friend actually just literally moved to Tel Aviv. Says a lot about the king. I'm just reading everything Khan. If he's going to knight Khan, it's actually because there's like 3 words starting with K. That's it's not my fault. Anyway, I think I need a break. It's been a long day. Tomorrow, the first live stream on Tousi TV, we shall be exposing yet another Metropolitan Police officer for essentially publicly coming out to defend the Islamists protesting and causing chaos on the streets of the United Kingdom. Thank you so much for all the support. I'm Maya Tousi. And I can't breathe. We are the media.